$5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. Viewers of this channel have gotten thousands and thousands of dollars because of this channel, because I've turned them to focus on state stimulus. This is state stimulus checks, state rent stimulus, state food stimulus, and state utility stimulus. In a day in which viewers are suddenly realizing that congressional leaders are bad when it comes to a stimulus check, 600, 700, 500, 400. Now viewers are realizing that states that have thousands and tens of thousands of dollars are the real deal. In this recording, I'm going to go over the real deal. And ultimately, I want you to see how you can get thousands of dollars from your state right now, not wait around for a congressional leader to maybe give you a measly $600 stimulus check after you waited 6 months from them. Instead of 6 months, I'll be getting you money in 6 minutes. It's all really incredible, great news. I'm focused on getting you the money, and the money's right there. Whether you're in a city or county or state, from the West Coast to the East Coast, this is a big broadcast of Purple. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Stimulus checks from your state of $1,200 to $2,000 of your city or county are confirmed. They're going out. They have been sent out. This is different than the federal stimulus check. And in this recording, I'm going to ensure that you know how to get these stimulus checks. Viewers are getting thousands and thousands of dollars of the state, city, and county stimulus. And it makes the federal stimulus checks of AOC, Bernie, and Josh that are battling over much of nothing, because it dwarfs them in size. So with that, please subscribe, because around the clock, I'm showing you get thousands and thousands of dollars, because what we're dealing with Congress this week is just a mess. And that ultimately the best we're fighting for is $1,200. It's just sort of ridiculous. That's why state stimulus is the real deal. Thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm getting viewers money right now, not 5 weeks from now, not 5 days from now, and not $500 from now. I'm getting you real money. So please subscribe. No one's fighting to get you this money better, with 16 volunteers around the clock that are helping you to ensure you get this money as well. Also, like this video. It helps in the algorithm rankings. In this video, I'll be going over the thousands of dollars you can get from your cities, counties, and states. Then I'll be focusing on the other money that's available. That's rent stimulus. It's also free. Then utility stimulus, also free. Then I'll be focusing on the nonprofits that are paying stimulus as well. This is really exciting because it's thousands of dollars. Finally, I'll be turning back to Congress and talking about what they have been talking about. Yeah, talk. They're talking about for January and February and March and April. Ultimately, I'll report on what they're saying, but, you know, it is Congress. It is Congress. Say one day, change the next. But ultimately, it's important for you to know what they're promising to give. Let's see if they change their promise again. The great news when we talk about states is that the money's actually been paid. So there's no promises to forgo. They're actually paying the money. And with that, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news as you sit here today is that the state stimulus is not a joke. It's real great money. It's a lot of money, and it's all across the board. And in this video, I'm going to break it down very slowly and very quickly. There's a lot of different types of stimulus. So each one is a little bit different. Let me explain to you what they are and what they're called. The first one is a stimulus check, but it comes from your state. Does not come from the federal government, does not come from the IRS, comes from your state. So what are the state stimulus checks? They are from Maine, you're getting $600. In Colorado, you're getting $375. New Mexico, you're getting $1,200. Oregon, you're getting $500. North Carolina, $335. City of Houston, $1,200. County of Orange in Florida, $1,000 going live tomorrow, but get that early. It's not going to be open forever. Pennsylvania pending, also pending. New York, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Virginia, and Delaware. Counties providing stimulus. Jacksonville gave $1,000. Orange has given $1,200 several times. Nome, Alaska is paying money right now. Also pending is Escambia County in Florida, Fort Worth in Texas, and Gadsden County in Florida. What's important to understand is that when we're talking about state and county and city stimulus checks, this is a stimulus check. So it means it's just yours. You can use it however you want. That's the first thing. Second, some of these places have actually already paid the check. Some of them the check is pending and could be landing. Other places have paid the check or will pay the check based upon eligibility criteria. So not everyone gets the same stimulus check the same way in each state. It's too many states to cover. Ultimately, this is really good news, but it's not the only news. And the next item of news is state rent stimulus. What's state rent stimulus? State rent stimulus is where your rent is paid for free. And it's not for a day. It's not for a month. It's generally for 3, 6, 12 months. It's a lot of money. So where is the rent stimulus from states and counties and cities across the country right now? Some of them are live. Some of them are about to expire. Some of them have expired. But generally, this is where they have been. City of Atlanta, City of Harrisburg, City of Nashville, City of New York, then State of New York, County of Gwinnett in Georgia, County of DeKalb in Georgia, and then County of San Diego. Some of these are live, some of them are about to expire. Others have included Miami-Dade and Broward and Orange and West Palm, all in Florida. South Florida has a lot of them, and a lot of them are still live. So go get them. There's too many for me to cover in a given video, so what you need to do is call up your city hall. Say, hi, do you have any rent stimulus for COVID? That's all you're saying. Do you have any rent stimulus for, do you have any assistance, not stimulus. Do you have any rent assistance for COVID? I'm having problems paying my bill. Do you have any rent assistance for COVID? Call up your city hall, your city housing authority, your county housing authority, and your state housing authority. County housing authorities of Rhode Island, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana have paid viewers money for rent of this channel. They've also paid it in counties like San Bernardino County. The San Bernardino County Housing Authority has paid rent for viewers of this channel as well. So go get it. Next, let's turn to utility stimulus. Utility stimulus is one of the easiest ones to get out there. It's a lot of money. It's, again, not a few $100s. You call up the utility company and say, hi, do you have utility stimulus? And they're paying this utility stimulus. Viewers who got rent, utilities, and food have gotten the big banana. And they've gotten $15,000, $20,000. I've had a couple of viewers get that type of sum of money. Next, what's important to understand is that private, nonprofit organizations are doing God's work, and they are helping with your rent. They are paying the rent as well, paying utilities and paying the food, and also providing gifts during the holiday season. What's important to understand is as you sit here today, there is no city or county or state that I've heard where there's nothing for anyone. I'll say it again. There's no place where there's nothing for anyone. Additionally, if you have children 16 years of age or younger, there are holiday gifts for nearly all of them. Holiday gifts reach out to Toys R Tots, United Way, and Salvation Army, among other organizations. They may be able to help you. But let's turn to the rent and utilities right now. You ready? Let's get it rolling. Pull out a pen and paper. Rent has been paid to viewers of this channel in Texas from St. Mary Magdalene, in Kentucky from Community Ministries, in New Jersey from United Way, in Ohio from Community Action, in Massachusetts from Interfaith Social Services, in Phoenix from TCDC, in Alabama from 211, and viewers have gotten upwards of $10,000 in Delaware. Really exciting. In Mississippi, rent has been paid by Mercy House, by Home Saver, and by Salvation Army. It's also been paid by MSHDA, Eviction Diversion. In Delaware, rent has been paid by Crossroads and also by the State Housing Authority. In El Paso, it's been paid by Project Bravo. In Delaware, by 211, also in Texas by 211, by routing them to the right organization. In Nebraska, help has come for rent from United Way. It's also come from United Way in Georgia. In Michigan, it's come from Salvation Army. In Pennsylvania, it's come from United Way. In New York, from One Shot. In Kentucky, utilities from Community Action. In Indiana, help has come from indianahousing.org and also from 211. In Las Vegas, from Clark County Services. And in Arizona, from New Leaf. Finally, mortgage help has come from 877 Get Hope. And there you go. That is your states. State stimulus, rent stimulus, and more. Now, the important thing to understand is that there is so much more out there, but the other things out there are back with Congress. So is Congress going to sort of, not do what they say again? It's hard to say. The latest proposal, which may become a bill later today, will have a stimulus provision for PPP. That, of course, is a grant. There won't be anything in there for EIDL. Well, what else would come thereafter? This is what Joe is promising. And ultimately, in a week in which we've heard a lot of promises and things have changed, ultimately, you can take things the way you want to take them. Joe is promising $2,400 for SSI and SSDI starting in January. That would be $200 on top of your current existing benefits from January to December. Plus two other things, all real exciting. A 20% step up lifetime, so that if you're being paid about $1,000 a month, you would get $1,200 instead. Then a benefit that would tie you to COLA, to different benchmarks other than COLA, so that your benefits would rise quicker and faster. All really exciting, great news. Then let's turn to the other items. Hazard pay. Yeah, it's been there. It's gone. It's come back. It's gone. It's come back. How will Joe do it? Well, he'll likely do it $10,000 based upon $13 an hour from January all the way up to 60 days after the pandemic, times $13 an hour, up to $10,000. That's exciting news. So what about the other provisions, like CDC grant? Yeah, that's in the HEROES Act. Would that survive under Joe? Well, he wants to give frontline workers a big grant. CDC would underwrite it. The amount is still unknown. EIDL coming back? Sure. Republicans want that as well. That's an EIDL grant not for one, but two groups. First, people who applied for an EIDL before and never got paid or got the $1,000 instead of the $10,000. And then EIDL for new applicants. All real exciting, great news, but let's get it done. It hasn't been done yet. Another round of PPP being offered this week by Manchin and Mitt, but no EIDL this time around. What else would come in January? Well, you would see a lot of other exciting stuff. You would see stuff like a rent grant that would pay your rent and utilities towards the end of the pandemic. And the big one, the $2,400 SSI and SSDI, that would be, the thing that viewers have been wondering a lot about when and where it would land. Hazard pay, sure. And then the items that were sort of, always sort of floundered around left and right. Those include, the MSC, the big one, multiple stimulus check, a stimulus check for every month from January until the pandemic's over. How much is it and how many months you would get and how it would work? We really don't know. Biden has promised that you would give multiple stimulus checks as so needed until this pandemic's over. But ultimately, every time we're promised something, it hasn't really formulated. Meantime, there's so much more coming up later today. We expect the final bill from Congress for that mess to land in the House. We expect a vote later today. I'll have all those details later on Being a Mitch, which will be live, which comes up right after this recording. If it's not released by then join me on Purple Power Live later tonight. That recording will go over the details of what was, formulated overnight and what got changed today. Meantime, join me on Being a Mitch coming up right after this for your updates about your unemployment and UI, PUA, FPUC, whether retro or not. And then also for your escalated benefits. Meantime, thereafter, I'll be back on taped for Evening's Check, and that might have the update from Congress and the potential vote for the House, followed by Purple Power Live, answering questions for all this and more. As always, stay informed, stay focused, stay smiling, and stay alive for more.